People whose marriages lasted less than a year, months, weeks, days, or even hours. When did you realize you'd made a mistake, and why? I knew I'd made a mistake the moment I saw my new husband's phone light up during our wedding reception. He was in the bathroom, but the notification caught my eye. It was from someone saved as Work Wife Amy, heart emoji. The message preview showed, "Can't wait until the honeymoon's over so we can..." I felt sick. Just hours earlier, I'd said I do to Anthony, my boyfriend of 3 years. We'd spent $35,000 on this wedding, draining both our savings. My dad had even taken out a second mortgage to help pay for my dream venue. I tried to ignore the text, telling myself I was being paranoid. But during our first dance, I noticed Anthony kept checking his watch. When I asked if everything was okay, he mumbled something about jet lag from the upcoming flight to Bali. At midnight, while everyone was still celebrating, I snuck up to our honeymoon suite to grab my phone charger. That's when I heard it, moaning coming from the supply closet next to our room. I recognized Anthony's voice instantly. My hands were shaking as I pulled open the door. There he was, pants around his ankles, with our wedding coordinator Amy. The same Amy who'd spent months helping us plan our perfect day. The same Amy whose contact photo was now burned into my memory. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just took a photo and walked back downstairs to find my dad. "Princess, what's wrong?" he asked, seeing my face. "Remember that wedding insurance you insisted I get? The one I said was a waste of money? I need you to help me file a claim, now." Anthony tried stopping me as I walked out, grabbing my arm and begging me to let him explain. But my dad's lawyer friend was already on the phone, telling me not to say a word to him. The next morning, while Anthony was passed out in our ruined honeymoon suite, I was sitting in a law office. Turns out, Amy wasn't just any wedding coordinator. She was Anthony's actual wife of 6 years. They'd been running this scam for years. He'd marry rich girls, she'd coordinate the weddings, and they'd split the money after divorcing the brides. But they'd made one crucial mistake. That insurance policy my dad insisted on, it had a fraud clause. One phone call to the insurance company's fraud department, and everything unraveled. They found 7 other wives, all married within the last 4 years. Each wedding more expensive than the last. Each bride told the same story. Anthony would vanish on the honeymoon, claiming a work emergency. By the time they realized what happened, the money would be gone. The insurance company pressed charges. Anthony and Amy were arrested 2 days later, trying to board a flight to Venezuela. They'd already transferred my wedding money to an offshore account. My marriage lasted exactly 16 hours. But here's the thing, that insurance policy, it didn't just cover the wedding. It covered all damages resulting from wedding fraud, including that second mortgage my dad took out. 3 months later, I got a check for $150,000, double what we'd spent on the wedding. I used part of it to start a wedding planning business. My specialty? Background checks on grooms. The rest went to my dad, who just laughed and said, "See, your old man knows a thing or two about protecting his princess." Last week, I got a collect call from prison. It was Anthony asking if I'd accept the charges. I declined. Some marriages aren't worth saving.